Good morning. I would like to present to you this paper entitled Using Freedom Towards Excellence in Leadership, the Case of President Cory Aquino. This study is about the struggle of man to maximize his freedom by attaining excellence, with a focus on excellence in leadership intervened with virtues. Greek philosophers have long established the idea that it is inherent for man to maximize his potential, thus making the pursuit for excellence almost second nature for every free human being. This study took a close look at achieving excellence by focusing on the aspect of leadership excellence. Leadership excellence was examined by using a case study of the presidency of the late Cory Aquino. Corazon Cojuangco Aquino was proclaimed as the 11th and first woman president of the Republic of the Philippines. She reigned after dictator Ferdinand Marcos was thrown out of office by means of a peaceful people power revolution. Aquino gained popularity for her support of her husband, the late Senator Benigno Ninoy Aquino, who was then a famous figure of the opposition and was assassinated during the height of military rule in the country. Years after her presidency, a great number still believed in Cory's legacy, as reflected in the 120,000 crowd that showed up for her funeral on August 2009. For its objectives, the study aimed to answer the following questions. How are the intellect and free will related to one's decision to pursue excellence? Can there be excellence in leadership? If so, what are its marks? Using the case study method, can it be said that former Philippine President Corazon Aquino is an excellent leader? For the methodology, the paper used literature review to establish the relation of intellect and free will in the practice of virtues. The combination is expected to lead one to achieve excellence, as shown in the framework flashed on screen. Furthermore, this paper focused on a study of the leadership of former Philippine President Corazon C. Aquino as an example of maximizing man's freedom to achieve excellence. According to the Colorado State University website, a case study is a qualitative descriptive research that aims to present the accounts of the subject. A case study includes the collection of relevant data pertaining to the subject that the researcher wishes to analyze. Since the case study was set to find out if Aquino has served as an excellent leader of the Filipino people, the paper will be using the criteria for an excellent leader established by Havard in his book, Virtuous Leadership, An Agenda for Personal Excellence. Through Aquino's speeches and interviews, the researcher gathered points and proofs where the former president showed prudence, courage, self-control, justice, magnanimity, and humility. The analysis of data is purely qualitative. As was described by Ratzinger, man's intellect will always be inclined to his search for freedom. Since man's freedom drives for his real happiness, a drive towards excellence, his intellect shall direct his will to pursue excellence and maximize his freedom. But for freedom to be authentic, it should be firmly rooted in the truth about the good, about man, and about the world. An excellent leader, according to Havard, possesses necessary virtues for him to guide a populace, namely, prudence, courage, self-control, justice, magnanimity, and humility. Prudence is sometimes referred to as wisdom of the heart. It enables the person to make right decisions. In one part of Cory's interview for an autobiography called The Last Journey of Ninoy, Cory's prudence manifested in the way she emphasized on the real essence of decision-making.
It's not always choosing the popular position, but choosing the right and the principled position.
Courage exemplifies the confidence of one's character. It helps one's perseverance and resistance to pressure. Before the U.S. Congress, Cory bravely stood her ground when she expressed her intention to protect our country's democracy.
Yet equally and again, no friend of Filipino democracy will challenge this. I will not stand by and allow an insurgent leadership to spurn our offer of peace and kill our young soldiers and threaten our new freedom.
Self-control is the moderation of one's passion to pursue the matter at hand. It is also manifested in putting one's self-interest aside for the pursuit of the greater good. Cory showed much self-control when she declared in her State of the Nation address her avoidance of special treatment.
I submitted myself to the judicial process as an ordinary citizen and exposed myself to indignities a president should not endure. But I want to encourage people.
Justice is serving everyone what is due them. Keeping fairness, equality, and impartiality is necessary for any nation to maintain its peace. Cory wanted to serve justice to her people by keeping the peace she owed them, since it is through peaceful means that she was brought to power.
As I came to power peacefully, so shall I keep it. That is my contract with my people and my commitment to God.
Magnanimity enables one to sacrifice for a greater and nobler cause. The virtue of magnanimity helps one to strive for greater things. Cory explained in the same light how it is never enough to be complacent because one does not cross other people.
So long as I'm not disturbing or making life difficult for others, I thought that was okay. Until I realized that I had to do more. That I have to give more of myself for what I believe would be good for the country.
Humility is a key virtue for a person to claim little of himself. This is necessary for one to overcome selfishness and be able to serve others. Cory never gave credit to herself. It has always been because of either the countrymen or Ninoy. In her interview for The Viewpoint, Cory said that she will not be needed by the country anymore once democracy has been restored.
In non-political life, is that the option available too?
I think so. Once democracy has been returned to this country, then there will really be no need for me. I mean, I think I just serve as some kind of symbol now, reminding people of what Ninoy did and how we should sacrifice, for our country and all that.
Based on the analysis of Cory's interviews and speeches, it can be concluded that she satisfied the requirements stipulated by Havard. Knowing that every man's intellect brings him to seek for freedom, happiness, and excellence, each person is empowered enough to achieve excellence. The following are the recommendations of the study. Beyond the professional skills, it is recommended that education in virtues is also included in leadership training modules used in the government and corporate world. Teachers are as well recommended to be trained in inculcating the importance of virtues in their classes. Incorporating values education in the curriculum of basic and higher education will be of great help in upholding the practice of excellence. Political science programs may also need special learning areas for these virtues, since leading the nation is part of their training. Each person's effort in achieving excellence is important, as Cory's husband and ultimate hero, Ninoy, mentioned in one of his more famous speeches. We should depend on all of us. All of us are expendable in the cause of freedom. And therefore, I say, stand up now and be